Hello. Hi, it's June, and did you know that you can play Trackmania Turbo on the PlayStation 4 this month? I mean, you've been able to every month since it came out in 2016, I just like to remind people that it exists. June is a busy month for both the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4, with plenty of fantastic releases coming to both of Sony's systems. There's all sorts of stuff coming out this month: Ratchet Clank, Medieval Night Game, anime, PlayStation 1 re-release. It's a real varied list. This is our pick of the 12 most exciting games coming to both platforms in June 2021. Anyway, enough of that, let's dive in. Classic Capcom franchise Ghosts and Goblins receives its first console release in over 12 years, when Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection launches for the PlayStation 4 on the 1st of June. When the princess is captured by a sinister shadow, it's up to everyone's favourite boxer shorts wearing Knight Arthur to travel to the Demon Realm in order to save her. Fans of the original game and its sequel Ghouls and Ghosts will be pleased to hear that Resurrection is a faithful follow-up to those classic titles. For starters, it's hard. Bonkers hard. So hard that Capcom mentions how hard it is multiple times in the marketing for the game. Much like in those original titles, players must clear stages by defeating hordes of weird enemies, collecting weapons, and trying desperately not to die. Repeatedly. Did I mention this game is meant to be super hard? Featuring gorgeous visuals, a number of modern gameplay improvements, and a full-blown co-op mode, Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection looks set to be a must-buy for die-hard fans. I think there are maybe a rough estimate, over 8 million games based on Warhammer 40k that release every single day. From real-time strategy games to turn-based strategy games, everyone and their dog are currently making a game based on Warhammer 40k, including me, including you. It's probably about Necrons. There are too many of these games. However, saying that, NECROMUNDA Hired Gun looks set to be one of the more promising projects based on the Games Workshop miniatures. Launching on the 1st of June for both the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4, Hired Gun is a fast-paced first-person shooter in the same style as the likes of Doom Eternal. Players can fully customize their mercenary, equipping them with new abilities to best survive against the various Gans that control the Hive City of NECROMUNDA. Also, you have a cyber mastiff that can attack enemies for you. A nice cyborg dog. What a concept. Operation Tango sleuths onto both the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4 from the 1st of June. An online co-op game, Operation Tango casts you and a friend in one of two roles. One player becomes the agent, who must solve puzzles within the real world. Meanwhile, player 2 becomes the hacker, capable of manipulating technology to assist their partner and successfully complete the mission. Featuring a gorgeous art style and brain-twisting puzzles to crack, Operation Tango looks like the next best co-op game for fans of the genre. The PlayStation 5 version of the game is also available as part of June's selection of games for PlayStation Plus subscribers. Originally released as a PlayStation VR exclusive all the way back in 2018, The Persistence has been weirdly, well, persistent. Re-released shortly after as a standalone game that no longer required a VR headset, The Persistence returns once again for the PlayStation 5 in the form of The Persistence Enhanced, launching on the 4th of June. A first-person stealth roguelike, The Persistence puts you in the cloned shoes of a security officer aboard a haunted spacecraft, populated by horrific, mutated monsters. Blending elements from Dead Space, Rogue Legacy, and System Shock, The Persistence offers an enjoyable twist on classic roguelike experiences. This enhanced version features improvements to the game's lighting engine, alongside the addition of ray tracing and haptic feedback support for the DualSense controller. Better yet, PlayStation 4 owners of the game can upgrade to the PlayStation 5 version for free. Parry this, you filthy casual. Chivalry 2 launches for both the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 on the 8th of June. The ultimate medieval combat game, Chivalry 2 promises epic first-person melee battles with up to 64 other players. With multiple weapons to choose from, including axes, maces, longswords, and bows, Chivalry 2 features a deep and fluid combat system, one that allows players to be creative when facing off against their opponents. If you're looking for a a slower, more considered multiplayer experience, Chivalry 2 may just be the game you're looking for. Brutal, bloody, and an absolute riot. You can't go wrong with some delicious medieval carnage. Final Fantasy VII Remake returns, again, in the form of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, launching for the PlayStation 5 on the 10th of June. This re-release of the long-awaited remake, that's not confusing, features improved graphics alongside a performance mode which allows the game to run at a buttery smooth 60 frames per second on Sony's next-gen system. The game will offer a free upgrade for those who bought the title on PlayStation 4 last year, however this offer doesn't extend to those who claimed the game via PlayStation Plus earlier in 2021. Brand new buyers of Intergrade will also receive free access to Intermission, a side story that focuses on fan favourite character Yuffie as she journeys to Midgar. The DLC looks to be fairly substantial, offering new story elements, combat mechanics, and the inclusion of a Fort Condor-inspired minigame, a reference to a location found within the original release. Existing owners, however, will have to buy Intermission separately. Ninja Gaiden Master Collection launches for the PlayStation 4 on the 10th of June. Bundling together Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, the Master Collection allows players to experience this beloved trilogy on modern hardware for the first time since the games originally launched on the PlayStation 3 over a decade ago. Featuring brutally difficult hack-and-slash gameplay, this trilogy provides hours upon hours of daft ninja fun. I'm not kidding about it being brutal either. These games are infuriatingly difficult. The Master Collection is set to run at 4K 60 frames per second on both the PlayStation 4 and on the PlayStation 5 via backwards compatibility, a perfect way to revisit these three classic games. Acclaimed fighting series Guilty Gear returns with the release of Guilty Gear Strive for both the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4 on the 11th of June. Strive features everything you'd expect from a modern fighting game: multiple new characters, a full-blown single-player campaign, and a number of robust online modes. But perhaps the game's greatest draw is its presentation. Guilty Gear Strive is honestly one of the best-looking games ever made. It's boundlessly colourful, exceptionally slick, and looks absolutely bonkers in motion. Also, there's a character called Sol Badguy, which makes me laugh every single time. The second major first-party release of the year, Ratchet Clank Rift Apart, launches for the PlayStation 5 on the 11th of June. Continuing the events of the mainline series, following the franchise's brief tour into remake territory on the PlayStation 4, Rift Apart sees heroes Ratchet and Clank attempting to stop returning villain Dr. Nefarious from destroying reality itself. Alongside new playable character Rivet, the trio can travel between dimensions, tumbling through portals that lead to bizarre new worlds, loading within milliseconds thanks to the PlayStation 5's speedy new SSD. Rift Apart is a traditional Ratchet & Clank game through and through. Players can wield balmy weaponry to take down foes, grind along rails, smash boxes with their Omni Wrench, and collect thousands and thousands of delicious bolts. Rift Apart is a technical showcase for the PlayStation 5, featuring gorgeous graphics that look stunning in 4K. After Returnal, this is potentially the next essential purchase for owners of Sony's latest hardware. Alex Kidd makes his return with Alex Kidd in Miracle World DX, launching for both the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4 on the 24th of June. A full remake of the original Sega classic, Miracle World DX completely overhauls the original game's visuals while maintaining its level design and gameplay. New additions include a brand new stage alongside a boss rush mode. Hardcore fans can even choose to play the game using its original visuals, although considering how pretty this new release looks in motion, why would you want to? Alex Kidd isn't the only retro classic launching on the 24th of June, as The Legend of Mana also releases for the PlayStation 4 on the same day. Originally released for the PlayStation 1 all the way back in 1999, this classic JRPG comes to the PlayStation 4 with enhanced visuals, optimized gameplay, and features cut content from the game's original Western release. If you're a fan of traditional Square Enix JRPGs, don't miss out on The Legend of Mana's upcoming PlayStation 4 release. Scarlet Nexus makes its way to both the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 on the 25th of June. Featuring dual storylines revolving around two distinct protagonists, Scarlet Nexus takes place in a brain-punk dystopia where human beings are doggedly pursued by mutant creatures known as the Others, who want to devour their brains. The game features fast-paced hack-and-slash combat alongside exciting psychic powers that allow you to chuck cars at some of the weirdest enemies I've seen in a video game for a long time. Written by the team responsible for the Tales of Vesperia series, Scarlet Nexus looks to be a promising anime-inspired adventure located within a unique setting. Hello, welcome to the end of the video. What are you playing in June 2021? Something new? Something from your backlog? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider giving it a like and make sure to subscribe to Push Square for everything PlayStation. Thank you as always for watching.